Hey, fancy little intro there. I just finished making it yesterday. I don't have super long because I am halfway through a lunch break, but I thought we could watch a little bit of the thing that I finished editing yesterday, and then worst case scenario, watch the second half another time. Just quickly wrapping my head around. See that the intro was supposed to help with the timing. Bluetooth, connect. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Phoebe just got sick behind me. Oh, okay. Let me put this thing on and then I will clean that up. Shame, Phoebe Jane. I'm just trying to quickly find this. It's your channel. Okay. And then we're going to say videos. And then we're going to say, hold on. Where are my videos that are, oh, no, this is what we're going to put on. One sec. It's landlord tenant, but it doesn't look like they've started with our guy.
Today's report is now in session. Will Judge Jason Simpson presiding.
You guys didn't know what to do, did you? Said we're in here all alone. Welcome. All right. Court does call case, Barnes and Barnes property versus Jason Cloutier.
Ellis Freeman for the plaintiff here.
Here.
Hello, sir.
Your name?
Jason Cloutier.
Okay. And where are we on this case?
2,106 total. 2106.
You were a bit muffled there for me.
$2,106.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I recently reached out to Jewish Family Services, and they gave me a list of resources. The resources on your slideshow presentation also showed that I have veteran options also. I don't know if you can see me. I'm landscaping, doing lawn care right now. I just started this job 4 weeks ago. I'm trying to get caught up on everything. How am I trying to get this paid? Through grace, I suppose. No, through assistance, the safety net that our society provides. That's how I plan on doing this, along with the income that I have. I am a hopeful applicant for a job that I just interviewed for $73K this past Wednesday, but that doesn't.
Judge Simpson's annoyed, I think. This guy's beating around the bush and he's talking a lot, but he's not saying much. That's poetic.
Doesn't help now.
Yeah, it doesn't. And the problem is that the main source of funding for the county, they're out of funds. And that hasn't yet been replenished and
Ooh,
with no indication as to when it will be.
rough.
So, there really isn't a dispute. But
May I go ahead? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if I could have a stay on this for me to be able to contact these people. Like, unfortunately, with my work, I'm working from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So the active hours that are available for these resources is hard to reach.
All right, what I will do is I'm going to give you a 1-week adjournment. But if you apply for any type of assistance, and you'll have to file the proper paperwork by Wednesday of this week with the Corps.
That's the 22nd, correct?
Yes, sir. So it needs to
Okay.
be filed with the court. The paperwork that needs to be filed, can you see your screen? There's a QR code.
Yes.
Use that
Ooh.
QR code. That will take you to
Different
the
sheriff.
place where the form that needs to be filed with the court.
Okay, thank you.
You got that? All right. I'll adjourn this to May 24th, 2024 at 12 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope he says
Like, that's it for
something
me.
about that
I might have
mold
dismissed
guy.
it.
Your others. That's it? That's it for you.
Thank you.
Take care, sir.
See you later.
Northville Crossing versus Jenny Hicks.
It's not that.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning.
Oh, look, I'm
Jenny
crashed.
Hicks,
No wonder I can't.
they
find it.
are not here. Would you like to take a default? I have
Yes, please.
second mailing. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Again, for the record, Your Honor, Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $1,709.22.
I'm very confused because if it didn't go on Tuesday or whatever day we were waiting for it, is it not then like moved onto another day where it would be like they surely wouldn't hold it off YouTube? Seems weird. Also, what is that thing on the floor? If that's a mic, I'm concerned. Doesn't look like they've taped the wires very well either.
Cost of $189 for a total due of $1,898.22. We ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff that is by default for possession, redemption amounts, and the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Kelsey Perry. I guess I got
Good
others.
morning.
Kelsey Perry, Denzel Perry, and Alice Coburn.
Good morning,
Good morning. What's your name?
Kelsey Perry.
Okay. And what is the claim in this case?
Total with cost, Your Honor, $1,880.22.
And ma'am, how do you guys intend on getting that paid?
I have a different number, but I was gonna try to pay it by the 31st, but the number seems a little high to me.
Say that again.
I was planning on paying it by the 31st, but the number she just said seems a little high to what it should be.
Well, how do you intend, you're gonna pay it by the 31st? That's it? Or
Yeah, it just seemed a little high. Was there like a breakdown or something of like the court costs and stuff?
Your Honor, the rent to retain is $1,582.22. Court costs are $298 for the total
Okay.
$1,880.22.
Okay, that makes more sense. 'Cause
that
I
makes
thought the
sense
court
to you,
costs
ma'am?
was- yes.
All right, let me ask you this. You say you're gonna pay everything by the 31st?
Well, I planned on paying the $1,500 by the 31st. I wasn't figuring in the court costs.
All right,
He's
but
not
now that you know
there.
that the court costs are there, how are you gonna get that paid?
Hey, Josh.
I could still try to get it by the 31st.
Josh, the surname you said the other day, that is the right person. The Ackermans, that was one of the people we were trying to find. So they were going to be on at 2:30 or 3 p.m. the same day as the mold guy, the first mold guy. And then that's the one where Judge Simpson just didn't go live. And then he said that they had had tech issues. And this is the first landlord-tenant docket I've seen since then. And I just like skimmed everyone like so far. Haven't seen our guy.
But I know I can at least have the past due amount paid for sure.
All right. So are you looking to pay that right on the 31st?
It'll probably be a couple days before that, by like the 29th.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. There isn't a tribal issue in this case. So I'm going to grant to the plaintiff a judgment. It does a couple things for you. It locks in the number because if we go past the 31st, if I give you an adjournment, we're going to be talking about June rent. And I don't think you want to do that. I think you were trying to get May paid off and then you're going to work toward June. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So
You see, there's
I'm gonna
no
find
one.
tribal issue, and by default, as to defendants 2 and 3, no tribal issue as to defendant 1. And I'll grant a judgment for the total amount of $1,880.22. The writ date normally on this man would be the 27th. I'm going to extend that to May 30th for you.
Okay.
Okay, that's sort of splitting the difference between when you think you're going to get it paid and the end of the month. So
Okay.
writ would issue May 30th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of Northville Crossing versus Michael Seacombe.
Wonder where Alan is.
They have not checked in. And you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. There's rent to retain $1,746. Costs are
Hey,
$189.
Steve.
Total due $1,935, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default, with possession and redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Is that it for you? Or you got more?
I think I am set until 10 o'clock, so I will see you
Someone just
then.
walked in.
All right, we'll see you. Take
Thank you.
care. Carpenter Place Apartments versus Claudia Marshall.
Good morning, Your Honor. Egan for plaintiff.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Your mic. Try that again for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
All right, now we got you. All right, Claudia Marshall.
I'm here with Claudia. She just stepped out of the room for a second, but she'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm her adult protective services investigator, so I'm just sitting on and see what's going on.
I'm sorry.
Miss Marshall's APS worker.
Okay, got it.
Oh, amazing.
Let me pass this briefly. We'll call you right back up, but it's just the only.
I can't be here for long because I need to get back to work. I'm just on my lunch break. But I might do rewatch depending on what RA's streaming looks like for today. Last I saw, he hadn't posted anything yet. I might do rewatch tonight. Depends as well. Oh, there we go. 3 p.m. So that's perfect. I need to learn how to portal because then I could portal you from here to there.
The only one. That's the only one they have. Okay.
Let me see if I
You have so much time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty. Hello, Miss Marshall. How are you?
What can I say?
Okay. All right. What is the claim in this case, Miss Ingram?
Your Honor, a notice to quit for lease violation was sent on March 14th, giving Ms. Marshall until May 1st to vacate. And
I am having a heck of a time hearing you. I don't know.
I'll switch devices. I'm sorry. I think my computer microphone.
Is
Okay.
Mercury in the microwave?
Okay, let me try that.
That's a
better?
whole. Okay.
So a notice to quit was sent to Ms. Marshall for lease violations on March 14th, giving her until May 1st to vacate, and plaintiff does not yet have possession of this unit.
Miss Marshall? Did you get that information?
What information are we talking about? I got a
About
bunch of
the-
stuff. I got a bunch of papers and I read them as best I could and I didn't read them all.
Okay. All right. Are you planning on getting somebody to kind of help you with this?
Yes, sir, I am.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just waiting on them. Oh, thanks so much.
Welcome.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
Okay. Who were you waiting on?
Some friends, they're busy and I'm waiting on them to help me out.
Okay. Okay. Your friends, how were they going to help you?
Well,
You
return the items that I have in my apartment to the people that should have them back, and to clean the carpet. I've tried to clean the carpet best I can, and it's not working out too good. So I've got some more cleaner, and I have a trouble bending over, but I've tried to clean the carpet as best I can, and I'm depending on them to clean the rest of the carpet.
Okay. All right. But let me ask you, do you have these folks all lined up already, or we don't know?
Yeah,
when they're coming?
I have everything set in item order for each person, so each person can get their stuff back. I started going through my stuff and found out that I had stuff in my apartment that belonged to other people, and I'm trying to get it across to them. Please, pretty please, Dan, please, 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 come and get your stuff so I can get this apartment cleaned up.
Okay. All right.
Have you got anybody that you know could get eye to eye with my friends and say,
I'm a little confused. If she has a adult protective services care worker, surely they would be figuring this out. Doesn't that like almost imply that she is needing assistance?
say, hurry up and come and get my stuff?
Oh, no, I don't know. I
Have
don't
you
know
got
that I
any
can do that.
extra time? It's coming up the weekend, sir.
Wait, I missed that.
So,
Stuff, so I can get this apartment cleaned up.
Okay. All right. Mm,
Have you got anybody that you know could get eye to eye with my friends and say, hurry up and come and get my stuff?
Oh, no, I don't know. I
Have you
don't know
got
that I
any
can do that.
extra time? It's coming up the weekend, sir.
Pardon?
I say, sir, have you got any extra time? The weekend's
right.
coming up, and if you know of anybody that you can look face to face for me and say, get a shake on the leg here and get this stuff out of here.
Your Honor,
Okay, here,
Your Honor,
yes, sir.
Miss Marshall's
ahead.
under the impression if she cleans the apartment, she can stay there. I don't think she fully understands that she's being evicted, and if she
She's
cleans
the
the
best.
carpet, that doesn't matter. She's under the impression if she cleans the apartment, she's staying there.
Shame.
Well,
So
hold on,
she
let me
doesn't
find
fully
out.
understand what's going on right now.
Oh,
Well, I'm trying to play my rent, but I can't. I keep getting stuck back coming to here, and my rent is late, and I'm trying to get my rent paid up, and I keep getting pulled back here, so I can't get it paid, and it's late for this month.
Your Honor, plaintiff has blocked rent payment to avoid a park forest defense.
Yeah, I
I don't
understand that part.
talk with my client to see if this is a case where they'd be willing to enter into a conditional order of dismissal that allow Ms. Marshall to stay, or if they want, this to result in a move out. I have to confirm that with my client.
Okay, all right.
And
All right, Marshall, here's what I'm gonna do. You got folks with you. Have you tried to contact Legal Services of South Central Michigan?
No, I was understanding that I was supposed to do it later.
Okay.
so
Here's
Your
what I
Honor,
want you to, yes.
I've been talking with Toy Dennis, and Toy Dennis told me once she's served with an actual hearing date that Miss Marshall, they will work with Miss Marshall for legal services, but Miss Dennis would not start until she had the actual date. And we were provided with this hearing date yesterday afternoon around 2:00. So we just knew about this
Okay.
hearing yesterday at 2:00, and I called Miss Dennis to let her know, and I have not been able to contact Miss Dennis. I was not able to get in contact with Miss Dennis yesterday afternoon, but I have talked to Miss Marshall that, once she does have the hearing date set, she can work with Miss Dennis, and I have talked to her about that. But the
Okay.
problem is right now, Miss Marshall has been at Brightwell and
okay. Before I go, because it's like literally 6 minutes. Did anyone else understand her, like asking the judge as someone who can see eye to eye, shake leg, as like, I know a guy, like she wanted him to like beat someone up or something.
in East Lansing. She was there for a couple weeks and she was discharged back home. CMH petitioned her and now she's back at Brightwell. So I don't know how that's going to work with Miss Dennis and Miss Marshall, since, Miss Marshall is out of the county.
Got it. Okay, so let's do this. Since Legal Services has been contacted, I'm gonna give you a date to come back 1 week out to May 24th, 2024 at 1 p.m. And so you can let Ms. Dennis know that that's the date I've set.
Okay.
And it may be, and that she should probably get in touch with the Fink Law Office for the plaintiff, get a clarification as to whether or not this is a circumstance that can be corrected or whether or not they want to move out. I think that's going to be the first thing that's going to have to be answered. And then try to tie it.
I did talk to Carpenter Place, you know, we do have the $1,000 in funding, and I told them I can pay someone to clean the carpet and do all that, but they said that, it was kind of irrelevant at this point because they want her evicted. So they kind of told me to save my money, don't spend any money to clean this carpet.
Ah, okay. So,
Your Honor.
all right, well,
Your Honor.
we'll have plaintiff's attorney check that and double check it just to make sure.
Yep.
Your Honor. Miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Your, excuse me, Claudia was cleared for discharge yesterday. And so we were planning to, she was cleared yesterday before we found out about the hearing date. Our plan was to discharge her back to her apartment. If she leaves tomorrow or
Thanks,
Monday,
Josh.
can she return until the next court hearing?
You mean, can she
Can she
go back
return
to the
home?
apartment?
Yes.
Yeah, the apartment is hers until such time as the court says otherwise.
Okay, thank
Can I-
you.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if I can get out of here today, it's Friday. I can get to the bank and get a certified check, which I always give for my rent. I want to get, sir, I really want to get my rent up to date. It's almost been for another month, sir. And if I can get out of here today in a reasonable time, I want to get to the bank and get the late fees paid because it's real important to me. Okay, I don't want to take up your time, and I'm thanking you for listening to me.
No, not a problem. Okay, Miss Marshall, do this, okay? Do this for me with your rent. Just hold on to it and we'll figure out next week what we're gonna do with that, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Next
so
week, almost time for another rent pay.
I know, but you just do that. You're not gonna be in any trouble. Okay?
Okay,
I
if you
know-
say
we
so,
know
sir,
paid-
you have got it.
Okay,
Well,
all
and your
right, so
other-
we'll talk about that next week.
Thank you.
And just for Ms. Marshall, we're not, your landlord is not assessing late fees while your rent is blocked. They're not going to charge late. They blocked it on purpose because there's a court case pending.
Oh.
And so they're not going to be charging late fees while that's blocked.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And then, Your Honor, I was just gonna ask if Lori could put her email address in the messaging thing so I can contact Lori of how to get in contact with Toy Dennis.
So I am not sure how to do that. I can call you with it because I work with Elizabeth and Jeannie.
Okay, perfect.
Right, well.
Thank you so much.
Yep, I'll call you with it.
All right, thank you, folks.
Thank you,
We'll
Your
see you
Honor.
next week.
Thank you, thank you. I don't know how to thank you more than thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall.
I'm not really checking myself.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, our guy didn't show up, but that was a nice little lunchtime live there. She's so sweet. Bless her. I adore her. I just want to sit and chat to her. She probably has so many scandalous things to tell. Anyway, so I will make sure we go back and find hers. I really like evicting someone at that age must be so freaking difficult and so sad. Anyway, I will see you guys over on RA's channel soon, probably in like an hour or so, because I need to just dive in and focus. But thanks for hanging out. See ya.